What's up, everybody? This is Indianimal J. It's like my 58th time trying to record this because apparently you're not supposed to cuss like the first 30 seconds or minute of a video, and I'm having a really hard time with that. Welcome to my channel. If you're new, my new subscribers, shout out to y'all. I know I got quite a few of them. I think I got a lot off the Savage video that I did the first time. And hopefully I'll get a lot more off this one. I try to be really interactive with my subscribers. I don't call them fans. It's almost cussed. That's really silly to call them fans. I've met up with several of them. I went and worked with one of them, went fishing with one of them, and I'm hopefully going to meet another one. Stay the weekend. So I'm gonna do some fishing and party and whatever. But shout out to everybody. Like I said, I try to interact with my subscribers as much as possible. Waiting on this minute mark. I don't know if it's a minute and a half. I'm gonna try not to cuss for another 30 minutes or 30 seconds. I'm sorry about I don't have the phone stand. I know everybody will be like, "Oh my god, he's fucking." There I went. Oh my gosh, she's geeked. Look how much he's moving. Look, first off, half the people say I'm on heroin. I'm from Indiana. We talk slow. Okay, I've never done heroin. Anyway, this is a response to the video that Savage or Self Checkout Studios is his name. Self Checkout or Savage Studios, yeah. Did, and I'm gonna try to make it as brief as possible. I do have my co-host with me right here. He doesn't like Savage. I don't know why. First off, it's pretty weird. Savage turned Asian while he was in there. Sorry, cigarette went out. Did y'all notice that? Like, he looked super Asian in that video, or no? Shout out to my Asians. And I hope I didn't sound anything like J Rock, because I don't like that dude either. But man, you didn't. I'm not gonna call you bro because you ain't my bro. But dude, you didn't make it look good for yourself at all. Um, all you kept saying, "Hey, God is good. God is great. God is good. God." Hey, you're right. God is good. God is great. But then you kept saying, "God's the reason I'm out of this. God's the reason I'm out of this." I think the overcrowding in the jail and you taking the stalking charge is the reason you're out of this. Um, you know, I know a lot of my subscribers are addicts or ex addicts. If you're going through it and you need help with questions or anything, hit me up indianj@gmail.com. Nicole with Real Talk Recovery, her number is on her page. She'll help you probably a lot better than me. You know, the first thing, what do we do when we're lying? I'm still not comfortable talking on camera, but when we lie, it's over and over. Oh no, well, I didn't do that. I didn't do it. Rah, 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 rah. Man, how many times did he have to say, uh, he was innocent. I'm innocent. I'm innocent. I'm not taking. God got me out of this. God didn't get you. He had to say a million times that he didn't say, what he did or nothing. Of course, he proclaimed he's innocent, but he took the charge to get out. Um, I've always took anytime I've been offered a plea bargain to get it out of jail. Yeah, I've taken it. Uh, so that's not an abnormal thing to plead guilty to probation to get out of jail. But nowadays, there's so many people in jail that they're not arresting you off not having evidence off like if you look up what the statutes on stalking, like what it consists of, it's like making over a ridiculous amount of phone calls or texts or showing up somewhere like multiple times. I can't. My girl couldn't just call the cops like say we're broke up and I'm gone for a month. She can't just call the cops and say like, hey, he's stalking me. Well, can you prove it? Oh, he's came here 50 times. Like, no, they got to have proof. She's had to have called them several times before, or she's got to have phone records where I called a shit ton of times, whatever. So I don't know why they would throw the lewd and whatever the other word that goes with that shit. I don't know. I've never had charges like that out there, but that's all. That's all he kept saying. I didn't get charged no weirdo crime where I got to sign up. I didn't get no charge with no weirdo crime where I got to sign up, or I didn't plead guilty to no weirdo crime where I got to register as anything where I didn't plead guilty. No, I didn't do. But why do you have to keep saying that? I mean, that's a normal thing to not have to register as a sex offender. I believe most of America doesn't have to register as sex offenders. Um, you did something fucked up for them to even charge you with that, man. And you know that, and I know that, and anybody that has been to jail or prison knows that. You know, you, you it looked real bad. One of the first things you said, if you think I'm gonna be explaining stuff to anybody, rah rah rah. I'm not. Why? You don't have an ongoing case. You've already pled guilty. You've already been sentenced. Now, I would almost understand that to a degree. If you were still awaiting trial or something like that, you can't talk about your case. I understand that. Um, Regardless of that, you know, regardless, even if you were fighting your case, you could show your probable cause of arrest affidavit. And what that is a paper you get within 2 or 3 days of being arrested, whether you're in jail, whether you're home, whatever. And it is something that the officer that arrested you wrote, like, officer such and such caught Savage Studios masturbating in the women's dressing area, you know what I mean, or whatever it was. And it's all their probable cause. And what that is something that has to be signed by a judge in order for them to continue to prosecute you, or by the prosecutor maybe, that they want to prosecute you. I don't remember. But why would you not show that? Why would you not show, like, all it is was somebody said something one time? Because it's a lot more to that. That's why you didn't show that. You didn't show that just because you don't have to. If you're truly an innocent person, you're going to show that. You're going to drop that paperwork off the rip. And then, I mean, and I feel, jail, talking about how hard jail is, you had to get out of there to your family. I feel that, I don't know how old Savage is. I think he's in his 20s, right? Um, Man, yeah, jail is a lot harder when you got a girl and when you get a little bit older. Um, First he said, "Oh, I got nothing but love from all the inmates and all the deputies, and you know, I got in 3 or 4 phases when I was in there, personal issues." No, you didn't. You were in there like what, like 2 3 weeks or something? Come on, man. Um, the fact that Brittany stayed with you, uh, man, you better treat her like a princess. Whoever was threatening her, like you said, or downgrading her, I'm not with putting in the wife, children. Your little son, I think his name is King. If I'm wrong, I'm sorry about or saying the name wrong or whatever. But he's an adorable little boy. Your girl, she's gorgeous. So whoever said anything to her, it sounds like to me that her only problem is she's loyal to a fault. Like you said yourself, you could have been more faithful to her. So, man, if you're cheating on that girl, I don't, I don't think you're gonna do better. But like I said, you have, and I'm not even being disrespectful. Like, oh, she's sexy, rah rah rah. She's a beautiful girl, cute little boy. Nice family. Um, you better count that as, I don't know, blessings, whatever. But you better treat that girl and like she's your world, because she should be. Your family should be. So, and don't get me wrong, I've done my girl all the way wrong too, and she's been there for me. So, I I ain't been perfect, but I got better and better every day. So I don't know. It did seem like the jail experience humbled you a little bit, but I don't know. We'll see if you can stay humble and stay on. You seem like you kind of turned into like a preacher as well as an Asian. Uh, I don't know if I've ever seen. Yeah, I've seen an Asian preacher. Uh, Sorry, I'm ADD as fuck. But you know, uh, I hope you stay on the God tip. I really do. Because you got over 100,000. I seen it drop by like I think 2,000. That made me happy. Cause man, support the real ones. You know, uh, my life's fucked up. I'm a felon. Um, I haven't I haven't caught a new felony in 7 years. My life's still. A lot of it is this pandemic, but even before that, man, it's not so easy to get a job. I still don't have a driver's license. Anytime I drive, I'm taking a chance of going to jail. And I'm about, go get your driver's license, dummy. Well, if it wasn't like $8,000, I would. Um, that's a lot of money to come up with. I don't have $8,000, so I'm not gonna sit here and pretend like I do. Like all these other prison channels, man. Besides Death, shout out to Death, shout out to 23-1, shout out to Prison POV, shout out to G Dirt. He's not so much a prison channel. Shout out to Dago Viking, Rhino from the Valley. Y'all know who I'm talking about. Those dudes ain't never gonna tell you they had the keys to the yard. Those dudes ain't never gonna tell you how many cell phones they had, how many guards they were hunting. Come on, man. That's not how prison is. It's not that easy. You think that just all these people that really had the keys to the yard and was doing all this just happened to have YouTube channels? Nah. And that's why I like the channels that I just named, because none of them do any of that. I was never a gang member. I was just a regular old dude in prison. You want to know how boring this shit is? I'll make a video on it. There's not a lot of excitement. I don't have stories on top of stories on top of stories, and I've done more time than most of these cats. Shout out to Viking. Shout out to Big Matt Fitness too. Sorry, you too. It's not that easy. It's boring as shit, and I don't have a whole bunch of stories, but I can tell you how boring it is. I can tell you what a regular day's like if y'all want to hear it, but you don't, because there's nothing entertaining whatsoever about it. All these stories that these dudes got, man, I don't know. Florida prison sounds like a whole different planet. And I've assumed stuff in the past and talked to a couple of my homeboys in Florida, and I was wrong, but not about all the cell phone fucking guards and all that. Shout out to Brian Bruton too. He has a new channel called Kill Switch Fitness, but he's the one that escaped from Florida prison with the help of a female guard. They might be making a movie about it. Shout out to him. Back to Savage. Sorry, y'all. I don't know what you did, so I don't even know if I want to say I'm glad you're out. I don't want to see nobody locked up unless they got a sex case. If you have a sex case, you're not human to me. If you have a sex tape, cut your wrist with the razor this way. Make sure you go long ways, not sideways. Straight up. Everybody knows how I feel about child molesters. Everybody knows I did extra time because they tried to put a child molester next to me in prison. That was about the most exciting shit that happened when I was in prison, was jumping on that child molester's face. The gratification I got from that, knowing he hurt some child. There's some tweakers walking past my house swatting flies that ain't there and all kinds of shit. Anyway, I'm gonna go on a live a lot. I got new content coming out soon. I just wanted to make that little video, kind of respond to the video that Savage made. I know I rambled a lot and got off subject. I apologize. Man, if y'all have any questions about what it's really like, holler at me. What it's like for just a regular old person that's not some badass killer, gang member, compound running, all that. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Don't fall into that trap. Don't listen to these clowns. And if I wish one thing for Savage, you know, if he's going to keep his channel, of course you're going to keep your channel. Look how much money you're getting off of it. I mean, he said he wouldn't have if he did something messed up. Yeah, you would. Who wouldn't? Look at that money you're getting. But the one thing I do wish and hope that you do is put out a positive message for these youngsters, because cliche as it sounds, man, the struggle is real. You know, it ain't nothing. It's nothing easy. It's nothing nice to have felonies. It's not cute. It's not cool. It doesn't make you gangster. It doesn't make you tough. Some of the most gangster dudes I know, they'll split your shit in a second. Are never been to prison. So, you know, it's none of that. It's a bunch of lame ass people in prison. Real shit. Mostly like dope fiends and shit. So, one thing I wish you is I hope you keep that positive. Talk about God, you know, if you really mean it, if you really are not just saying it, just not because you're out of jail, but because you mean it, and push a positive message. You know, you do that for a month straight, I'll make a video talking nothing but good about you. I'll talk about how I like your little pigtails and them eyebrows and shit. I know they like that shit in the county. Hey, until next time, y'all, I'm out of here. Like I said, subscribe for that real shit.